So a little while ago, I accidentally bought $600 worth of Nintendo Switches on eBay. All I wanted to do was mod Smash Bros. Legally, obviously, with Nintendo's permission, and I found a dude who was selling like 10 of them, so I bid $150, expecting that I would get outbid, and I won all of them, so basically this one's gonna be sacrificed. I'm just looking for things to do with them at this point. This become this. That's video. Some of you might be wondering why I'm in neoclassical architecture from Italy. Mainly beyond these tarps is a horror that nobody wants to see. I didn't want to see that. Basically, I don't want to show the rest of the basement just because it looks really bad. I'm a little self-conscious about how horrible I've let it get. It's for a video, I'll show you. I mean, essentially, it's the same as it's always been, except sawdusty. This is the guest bedroom when they stay at my house. There, it's slightly better now. And I'm just gonna come back in here where it's safe from all my problems and things I've been putting off for a very long time. This is a place of zen, where I put thousands of hours into that Sonic sculpture. Work in progress, you can't see it yet. I'll brag about it on Twitter, rest assured. Thousands of hours into that, and into this Switch that we're gonna do, but 0 hours into bringing cardboard to the local transfer station, so. Just common problems I have. You might say, why are you making the edges so thick? Why is it gonna be a shell that adds a total inchness of thick to the Switch? Well, one, thick Switch is fine. Actually sounds like a big sandwich. And two, wood is not plastic. This is a little known misconception about woodworking. Wood isn't plastic. You have to make it thick to make it rigid, or it's gonna break, and I don't wanna make something that's gonna break. If there are any flaws with any of my creations, the comments will get mad at me, and then I'll feel sad and cry. And then my ego will be hurt because not everyone agrees perfectly with my method of doing things in videos that I do. So this will be the topical design. As noted from the last time I did any woodworking in a video, it's really not that interesting to watch the bulk of the process. Because most of it's just cutting and carving and using loud tools, and I can't talk over loud tools. We're still in that point with technology where on a consumer level, microphones can't tell the difference between me talking and a saw going So I could do that montage thing where I show you guys fast-forwarded footage of me doing that with voiceover, or I could just skip to the end because there's what would I talk about? The wood gets cut because the saw blade is sharp enough to cause damage to the wood in a way minute enough to be controlled.
That was really painful, and I never want to cut anything ever again. All 3 pieces of it here.
Alright, the next step is use this and cut out the general shape. And then we're actually gonna get I just can't stop blowing. So we're gonna take this and cut the edges off, and then we'll cut the inside of the middle panel. And while I'm cutting this, check out what Garrett's doing over in the front end of the house, talking to the owner about tiling shape. Right here on this old guy. Don't forget to always wear one of these. You're right, Peter. I hope it makes sense why I'm such a big fan of this thing. These are the various layers of the Switch now. This top will remain pretty much the same. We'll have cutouts for the screen, we'll have cutouts for the control sticks and the buttons and whatnot. This will be the middle layer, and this one will be entirely hollowed out. It'll just be the edges, and the Switch will fit mainly inside of that. I know that probably doesn't make sense to a lot of people because I didn't say it in funny. Basically, cutty, choppy, stinky poo-poo. In Rainbow Six, the video game, in case people didn't know what Rainbow Six was, sometimes me and my friends play that, and I have my name in that as my full name, my full channel name. I don't remember why. I don't think it was for clout. I think Ubisoft accounts are just weird like that. But so sometimes when we play, people will recognize me in game and they'll be like, "Hey, are you the real Peter Knetter?" And it's like, okay, well, I have my name as Peter Knetter, so I'm already claiming that I'm that person. If I say yes, there is no more evidence there than there was before I said yes that it's actually me. So I don't know why people ask. Although it's fine. It's flattering. Unless people say, "Oh, I hate your videos." At least they watched them, and they remembered my name. That's kind of flattering. So I've just gotten into the habit of whenever people ask me that, since there's no proper response. Because if I say yes, it means nothing. If I say no, it means nothing. They're gonna be like, ah, you're just saying that to be funny. So like, there's no correct answer. So I've just gotten in the habit of just, whenever someone says, hey, are you the real Peter Knetter? I just say Sonic. I just type Sonic in chat. And most of the time, then they're like, oh, this sucks. It's really him. I hate him. I just have so many haters, guys. The guy who makes wooden video game things, it's so tough how many people hate me for it. It's just, oh, it's so hard being a YouTuber. I get so many negative comments all the time, just because I'm popular. It's just so hard being a niche micro-celebrity. All right, so we're cutting this part out of this. How do you do that, you ask? Well, you start from the outside. Just kidding. You just cut a hole and then you start from the inside. Dipwad. I hate how these tools sound. Not in the realm like they're too loud, but like it sounds like a crying voice, like someone's screaming at different pitches, and I don't like it. Where am I going? If I were making the Pro Controller, I would have not had these tools because this was in the past. I'm explaining this really bad. I used to have to take a chisel and go like this with a hammer, not my hand, and shave spots off until it was all sunk in. Now I can just hold it to this thing for a few minutes. It'll take 2 days less again, and it's a bigger project that looks better. Like, just a couple pieces of equipment goes a long way. Why am I trying to stress this so much? Because a lot of you are aspiring woodworkers, and I want to give tips here. And here's it just sucks with most art forms is there's some arts, such as woodworking, where you can develop the skills for any art. You also need money to do some. Like, you kind of need certain things unless you want to take 7 years to do things and make them look half as good. This is just an unfortunate factor of the arts as technology improves. And I want to leave you with that and take solace in the fact that I can just do these things for you. You don't have to buy a sanding bench to make a wooden switch because I'm doing it for you. So just take some solace in that and shut up for a minute. All right, fitment is correct. All right, here's where we're at. Fitment is pretty good. Control sticks will be fairly centered. The screen's a little bit angled in and whatnot. I think this actually looks pretty good. What we gotta do now is welcome back, it is day 2. So here's where we're at. Still in the basement. I think that was kind of obvious, to be honest. The bottom is glued to the middle. The top is just screw on, of course. These are all the buttonholes and whatnot. I also got these control sticks cut out. This is the crack. It's the crack. So now we have to cut this, and this out. And then we're gonna stain and varnish it, something nobody thought I would ever do. Not even because it's not something I would do, just because you don't know anything about woodworking and this is not a concept you'd considered. Once again, it has been a bit since something funny was said, and this is not standard to my channel. So to reach Nintendo's quality seal of approval, I will say something funny. Hey, did you guys hear about the recent drama I was in? Drama Naked Bum. Alright, here it is. Now this may seem a little bit sudden that it's just suddenly done and ready and we're just testing it. But these videos are not about how it's made or how it came to be. It's about, whoa, stupid thing. Here's kind of what stupid thing's like. Now I actually really like how it turned out. I'll give you a quick rundown of what happened here and then we can get to the funnies. Testing. So all the buttons went on. They work pretty good. This one doesn't work because I accidentally glued the button down. Whoops, I'll fix it after. Don't need it for Smash Bros. And that's it, there's nothing more to it. The screen is actually cut out pretty well. I mean, it's not perfect, but you can see the whole thing. That's the big thing. Normally I would go online and play against real people, so there's some stakes and I'm really getting into it. But since we can't, we're just gonna go into a fake tourney against CPUs. And we're just gonna like pretend that they're pro players.
Hey, see that camera up there? On that tripod?
Yeah, that records the gameplay footage. Problem is, I didn't start recording. So this is the only camera angle I have. So I'm just gonna recreate what happened in the matches using some clip art. But don't worry, I remember to turn the camera on during the last battle of this tournament. I know you guys are so relieved to hear that. Alright, first up, I'm fighting Green Donkey Kong. That is Bolo, the professional Rainbow Six player. Mario's asleep, the tournament has been canceled. If I win this, I get to keep the Switch. If I lose it, I burn it and no one gets it. Stupid. Oh, that can, oh, okay. Dragoon parts, that's $15 extra if you win. If you get the Dragoon, prize money goes up. See you in Loserville. Never. So he goes to the losers bracket. You can't actually get back into winners or to the finals in it. It's just there for fun. So we won't have to see what they do at all. Skip this battle. Pikachu won? That was against MK Julio, the greatest Kirby player of all time. We'll now have to face, well, no one, he lost, but okay, yeah, this guy's really, really good. Like, he's the only person that can do those moves because he was born with 7 fingers on his right hand. All right, Chef Kowalski is here to give me an assist. This is a handicap because I stink. All right, we're bringing this back. We're going to EVO Finals, Grand Finals of Summit 76. We just need to rely on the items. Yeet! Alright, we're in finals, or grand finals. The cool thing about this battle, even though it's offline and the stakes don't seem very high, you guys can actually watch this one, so it's a little bit more exciting and impressive. I actually chose this course specifically because I was playing against a Samus. I'm also taunting just to intimidate her. It's not a cocky thing. I killed Pac-Man. I didn't mean to do this. This is also considered murder and I'm eliminated from the tournament. But wait, I taunted. They've let me back in because of my tenacity. Ladies and gentlemen, the controller doesn't have to get burnt. Let's go! And by that I mean let's leave. Let's get out of here.